Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Cricket Nerd. I'm with Abhiram, and Abhiram, if you just want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Abhiram. I'm a top order wicketkeeper batsman, and I'm 14 years old.
Alright, so I'll just go straight into the question. So, like, why? How did you first start cricket?
So, of course, growing up, my dad would watch a lot of cricket on the TV whenever a game was on, and I would always sit and watch with him. And like most of my friends would play, and at the time I was experimenting with multiple sports and trying to find out which sport was right for me. And I wanted to try out cricket, and that's where my journey started.
Alright, so now going on like more about your cricketing experience. Like, what's some challenges you faced like playing on the U.S. grounds and pitches?
So of course, I started in 20, and at the time, cricket was still like starting to build up. It was like the first main section of the popularity, and I would say most of like there was a lack of resources, and many grounds were like, of course, thick and grass. Like the pitches were not as good as the higher quality grounds.
And like, but now would you see like some improvement with the grounds, like compared to like when we first started?
Yeah, so of course, nowadays we're finding more turf wickets and better outfields as cricket's developing very quickly, and there's more love to the game, and it's really helping us encourage cricket and the development.
Yeah. So like, what's just like the experience playing here? Like just overall, like with the games.
So, of course, it's very fun, and it's also very challenging to like compete, especially in the DMV area, as we're one of the best regions. And I'll say, as we've seen, making the regional team is very difficult, and it takes a lot of skill. And of course, working towards that is a very hard challenge, and it's also very exciting as you meet many new people and create new bonds along the way.
So that's so I know you said like the DMV area is like more harder to play in as there's like a lot of talent here, but like when you travel along like playing in MLC, how is those like?
So of course that like you have more exposure towards newer teams with of course high level players, and that allows you to like understand how cricket is like the difficulty of cricket and like the competitiveness of the game, and it allows you to see how other players are developing and their skill levels, which of course helps in the future as you go on to play like stronger teams and more challenging games. Which yeah, that's it.
Alright, so this is more with like your normal life, like so like when you with cricket, there's obviously like school and everything else, like other curriculars. So how do you like balance both of them?
So of course at first it was very challenging, and like balancing cricket and school was like very difficult because I had other extracurricular activities. But over time, I've been able to like balance it out and like spend a decent amount of time on both. So like, of course, practices are like 2 hours, and then conditioning, all of that stuff, and that usually takes up like 3 hours of my day. But of course, school is like 8 hours, and then you have to do homework and everything. So I try to keep a certain amount of time to the side for like cricket, and then most of the day is usually um focusing on school. But then on the weekends, I'm able to focus more on cricket because less work and no school.
Alright, so like I think so. Like, my next question is more like popularity of the sport. So like how is cricket growing in like your community, like in the state or like your community?
So of course, like cricket is like like the amount of players increases like by a lot every day as cricket's more popular, and there's been more exposure to the game in the U.S. and especially in the DMV area. I'm pretty sure there's over 5,000 players, and it's very increasing the competitiveness and the difficulty of playing in the DMV, which is allowing everyone to further develop their game.
Right. So like going along with like you said, there's like 5,000. Like you say that like that number's increased like steadily or like rapidly over like the past couple of years.
So I would say, especially since the start of MLC, there's been a rapid increase as more people have enjoyed the game and more people have understood the game, and more people have tried attempted playing the game, which of course, it became a passion to many players, and that of course increases the amount of players.
All right. Do you think cricket could be like a major sport in the U.S. in like the coming future or near future?
I would say not in the near future, but like definitely in the future because cricket's just getting started. But we've seen rapid numbers of like the amount of players grow, and I think over time it will definitely become like a lot of people will play the game and enjoy playing the game.
So like now I know you've already mentioned MLC, but like with the recent World Cup that happened in the USA and now USA even qualifying for the 2026 World Cup, you think this will like boost the popularity of the sport even more?
Yeah, of course, because definitely since USA did pretty in the World Cup, we'll have our national team and um people understand that cricket is developing, and that allows us to like uh, that allows more popularity to the game and more enjoyment of the game.
So like now with like this, how do you think like with the popularity now, like do you think like USA cricket would be like a team which people would like look out for in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, right now we're just like being exposed to like higher quality teams. But the more we play with those teams, we're gonna become a stronger side, and definitely that that I think will be a very competitive team in the future.
Right. So now like along with that, there's like obviously like so we've been seeing like a lot of like new players coming in the US team. Like if you see, there's like a bit of revamp compared to like last year. Wouldn't you say so? Like would you say like the quality
Yeah,
of
I would.
players would have gotten better over the past couple of years?
Yeah, definitely. Also, I like a lot of younger players are coming into the side, which allows them to develop with like the more experienced players and become better cricketers overall.
Yeah. And so you think like USA is starting to take cricket a little more seriously after these recent tournaments?
Yeah, of course. Like many these recent tournaments, we've seen more people come watch the games, and especially the World Cup being in USA, it was very beneficial to the development of the game in the as like more people were able to like enjoy the game and see how the game works, which I think is very important in understanding and developing cricket in the US.
All right, so that's all my questions I have for you today. Is there like any final things you want to say?
So I'll say like if you haven't already, definitely attempt playing cricket and see if that's like an enjoyable sport for you. Because especially with the US going, it's better to start at a young age so you won't have more difficulty in the future.
All right, so that's everything you gotta say. Yes, I want to say everyone, thank you for watching this and thank you for coming on and answering my questions. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we'll see you guys next time.